Looking for a new adventure? Here are the best games like Uncharted to play on PC. We've action-adventured our way across the world as Nathan Drake, sneaking our way through nearly every terrain imaginable. But we have yet to do it all on PC. It's even coming to the big screen with a film set for 2021 before we get our mice and keyboards anywhere near it. Luckily though, Uncharted is not the only way to explore all corners of the world, as we have collected 9 games that would make even well-traveled Nathan a little jealous. Before we rappel down a rope to meet those titles, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos all about the games you love, and if you do already subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss when another video lands. So here are the best games like Uncharted to play on PC.
Could have pulled a couple of those punches, Charlie.
What do you mean? I hardly touched you.
You headbutted me.
All right. I got a little swept up in the moment.
Let's kick off this list in style, with the first lady of third-person action-adventure games.
Stunning.
It's pretty confusing now that she's young all over again, but suffice to say that Lara Croft was clearly pivotal in the development of the Uncharted series. Her specific brand of death avoidance in Rise of the Tomb Raider then is the perfect alternative to Nate, Sully and co.'s adventures. Murderous traps, priceless artifacts, and a penchant for hanging off dangerous precipices are all shared interests on both Lara and Nathan's Twitter bios. Not to mention that playing Rise on PC will pretty much make every Uncharted game look like you could play it on a Fisher-Price tablet. Lara wandering around in 4K snow that looks like it would give you frostbite? I don't mind if I do.
Jonah, if you can hear me, go back. Please don't try to find me.
Imagine an Uncharted game where instead of spending 5 minutes working out how to climb that ancient edifice, you just grapple to the top of it. And then instead of fighting the army that's inexplicably followed you into a location that's been hidden for centuries, you just smash them to pieces with their own vehicles. Just Cause 3 is like a standard adventure game that's lost all respect for gravity, swapping out weighty physics with an explosive toy box of wingsuits, rockets, tethers, and more. Uncharted's most reality-bothering set pieces feel like a church fete by comparison. And whereas Nathan Drake usually has to make do with a stolen rifle and a vicious right hook, calling Rico from Just Cause 3 a trained soldier feels like an understatement. He's more like a one-man army with a scowl. If Uncharted felt too sedate for you, Just Cause 3 is the energy drink alternative.
Rico, Mario Frigo is your man.
Can you fly the helicopter?
Mario Frigo is not your man.
I can fly. Well, that settles it then. Good luck, Rico.
Control is a Lynchian third-person shooter set in a paranormal office building, where nothing is ever as simple as it looks. It would be pointless and spoilery to dig too deep into the hows and whys of Control's story, but the short version is that lots of strange things will happen, you won't understand much of it, and you'll still come out of the experience feeling richer and happier.
Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
The setting itself is masterful. A brutalist concrete dimension that feels like 1,000 different government buildings from the 1960s, all smashed together into something more sinister. It's dense too, packed with side missions, upgrades, and more secrets than a lovelorn teenager's diary. It's also Remedy's best fighting system, which is really saying something for a developer that prides itself on best-in-class third-person combat. Truly, Control is the thinking person's action game.
You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg.
Dropping back into first person for an entry, it's time to talk about video game goons. The Uncharted series is packed with slews of humans who clearly have no family back home or relatable characteristics that would get in the way of you disposing of them. And few games are as happy to replicate this as Far Cry New Dawn. Here, not only can you practice your aim with a nasty-looking saw launcher as you take down camps of bandits, you can reset the camps so you can murderize everyone all over again for even more bits to tick off your to-do list. Set pieces here are very much of your own making. Yes, that includes taking pictures of a dog in a sidecar, but when it comes to an irresistible range of weaponry and feeling like John Wick, New Dawn feels like the perfect popcorn blockbuster. This might feel like a left-field choice at first, given that Uncharted is all about rip-roaring adventure in stirring open spaces, and A Way Out is about, well, two dudes in prison. But as the Uncharted series developed, the treasure hunting took a backseat to the fraught relationship between Nate and his accomplices, and at times A Way Out feels like a focused, multiplayer examination of exactly that.
There's a difference between overthinking things and being smart, Leo.
Are you implying that I'm not smart?
Your words, not mine.
The characters feel rich and real, and their motivations are convincing. It's also a deeply cinematic experience, Shawshank Redemption to Uncharted's Last Crusade. The pure focus on co-op gameplay makes for a unique, innovative experience, which is perfect for anyone who enjoyed the characterization of Drake's adventure more than the climbing. Your goal here might just be freedom rather than ancient heirlooms and magical artifacts, but somehow, A Way Out makes you care about it just as much.
Hey, Leo. Yeah, I'm done. All right, let's wait until the lights go out.
Tiptoeing back into open-world territory with a pistol in one hand and a bottle of rum in the other is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. If Uncharted's climbing and exploration is what floats your pirate ship, Edward Kenway's turn with the hidden blade is the closest you'll get to Nathan Drake's sense of self-preservation. Where other assassins have been somewhat serious, Edward makes for brilliant company as he sails across the Caribbean. The IRL John Constantine, Matt Ryan, plays Ed with the same infectious enthusiasm as Nolan North fills Mr. Drake's sand-filled boots.
Not a bad-looking tinderbox you got there.
You sound a bit green, horny gold. Is it envy? Because mine's bigger than yours.
This means that whether you're settling down at a bar for a rum or six, or hunting down buried treasure on sandy, deserted islands, being a lovable rogue has never been more satisfying or easy on the eyes. The fact that then there's an irresistible horizon of pirate daring do is just a bonus.
If a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil, and all men will submit.
If the don't look downosity of Nate's adventure has always appealed, then look no further than the vertigo-inducing delights of Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
You don't know what happened.
I know enough, and I know that I'm faster and safer than you.
If you're happy to toss away your guns and embrace sheer first-person verticality, Catalyst takes what the original did so brilliantly and, well, runs with it. Every hop and leap from Faith is a heart-in-mouth set piece of your own making, which means every scuttle across the skyline here is an exhilarating thrill ride. And it's not all running as fast as possible from point A to point B. Climbing and puzzling side quests are scattered across the City of Glass to test your brain power as well as your reaction times. Just remember that whatever happens, you'll probably be adding your own craps. Mr. Half Untucked T-shirt would be proud.
Crap, that's not good.
All right, we gotta get out of here now.
Sure, the Dark Knight doesn't quite have the same moral disregard for the lives of his foes as the mass murderer Nathan Drake, but if you're looking for an artfully directed linear adventure to rival any of Naughty Dog's creations, you can't get much better than Batman Arkham Asylum.
Can you hear me? I'm with Batman. Hello?
Where are they?
Back down there. Do you need help?
No. I work better alone.
It might be a decade old now, but that doesn't mean that this Bats versus, well, everyone story has lost any of its wicked potency. Like a graphic novel roller coaster, Arkham Asylum expertly juggles detective puzzling, rooms of disposable goons, and the kind of boss battles that even those allergic to end-of-level foes won't need an antihistamine for. It's a feeling that we left behind long ago as Rocksteady flexed its biceps quite rightly into open worlds. But if you're looking for someone else to do the pacing for you, it's time to grab your cape and cowl once more.
Listen, men, I'm reasonably sure there's no truth to the rumor Batman drinks human blood. At least I don't think so.
When we first saw Fallen Order, it was hard to get a beat on exactly what it was. Was it a linear story-driven adventure, a flashy action game, or a Souls-like with lightsabers? The truth is that it's sort of all three, sometimes more, sometimes less. The combat is never as brutal as Sekiro or Dark Souls, but there's enough of a challenge to make it rewarding. The Metroidvania aspects are refined so you never get lost trying to remember where to go. And cheerful little droid buddy BD1, essentially Wally with a different paint scheme, is always there to help you navigate the game's varied levels. But the Uncharted vibes are strongest here in the pure adventure of it all. Cal Kestis is a harmlessly bland avatar who's thrust into a situation where he has to follow his destiny, and the result is a bright, captivating single-player adventure that Star Wars fans will devour.
Bruh, you okay?
So that's a stack of games to play if you want that Uncharted feeling on PC. Let us know your favorite Naughty Dog alternatives in the comments below, drop us a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to Logitech G for more videos just like this one. If you do already subscribe, remember to hit that notification bell so that you know when our next video lands.
I found the Jedi!